It was the month of June 1999. I was lying on a hospital bed for more than a month. What has happened was that since my childhood, I had vitiligo and I had all these white patches on my skin. And, I really wanted to get rid of them. I had tried many medicines, but for this particular medicine, I just told my parents that I wanted to take it. My parents always told me, see, you are fine as you are. You don't have to worry about this. But I was like, no, I in fact emotionally blackmailed them that you guys don't want me to improve and have a good looking face. And that's why you are telling me this. So my mom and my dad were emotionally hurt and they agreed to that particular medication. I underwent that medication, but unfortunately, that medication backfired. It reacted so badly on my skin that I had blisters on my body across. It was a heavy sign of burns which was there on my body, and I had to be hospitalized. I was there for almost a month in which I couldn't move even my hand or leg. I couldn't move my body because everywhere I was burning. Now, I was lying on the bed for almost 30 days or even more. And every day, the only thing I was doing was thinking about what my life today is. What my life today is and what will it be tomorrow. Because it just looked like that my body with all the burns will stay, with all the scars and all of those things will stay throughout my life in my body. And I had failed my IIT JEE exam that particular year. That was my first attempt. And I kept thinking to myself, who would I become? What would I be? Right? And, when I failed my JEE exam, my father, he always told me, see, you don't fail until you give up. So I had that thing in mind. And this 1 month of hospitalization, where I was just lying on the bed, I just thought to myself that I need to be clear what I want in life. And at that moment, I decided that, my life is not going to be what it is today. I will change it. So I got the focus that the very next year, I am going to give the IIT exam again. And I will persevere and I will prepare for it and I will not give up. Now that time, and then 5 months later in November, I gave my JEE exam. For even after coming from the hospital for almost 2 months, I was lying on the bed. I was taking a lot of rest. But from August, September till November, for 3 months, I prepared for my JEE exam. I cleared the prelims. I cleared my JEE main exam. And then I got through IIT with the rank of 657. Now, why I'm telling you this is because my story is a story of, where the moment where I gained clarity as to what I wanted in my life. And I had focus that, I really wanted it. And then, I had that perseverance to go after it and to make it happen. And rest is history. From that time till, all throughout my life at different startups, I was able to progress like really, really well. In 2010, I joined startups and I started working full-time in the marketing domain. In fact, I've managed more than 70 crores in marketing budget in my lifetime across many of the startups I've worked with. In fact, I took one of these startups to almost like 6x, 6 times of where it was doing more than 18-20 crores in sort of revenue, annual recurring run rate. I took it to almost about 120 crores in revenue, right? And that happened within 6 months. So this made me question, back in 2018-19, I started thinking that if I could do this for a particular startup, can I do this for all the other startups and founders? I was, pushing really, really hard in whatever job I was doing. I was going through all of the rigor that was required to make that happen. But, I was missing that sense of fulfillment, that sense of purpose. I felt as if I'm living somebody else's dreams. And, I also sort of, when I looked at the monetary outcome also, I felt cheated. I felt that, okay, I'm spending the same time as everybody else. But, as a founder, because it is your vision, it is your mission, you end up making much more. You end up making almost 50 times than your leadership employees also. So that got me thinking. And, I wanted that sense of fulfillment. And, I wanted that freedom to work on things that I wanted to work, when I wanted to work, and from where I wanted to work. Right? And I also, being a family man, I also wanted to spend time with my family. With this particular realization, I left my job in 2018-19, and I started working independently with founders. And over the last 5 years, it has been, a joyride with a lot of new experiences where, I have worked with more than 15 startups, more than 30 founders across different stages in their startup journey, in their entrepreneurship journey, in their business journey, across different industry segments. And that the level of learning that led me into, because I could work on things when I wanted to, on what I wanted to. So whatever problems they were facing, and I could see a pattern across each of those startups, and the problems were very similar, and I could spend my time, because I did not have to think that the next day I have to show up at a job. And in those 5 years, I have learned much more than what I learned in the 15 years of my life. See, and this also made me realize that the employment system in our world is broken. The employment system is broken because when you get into a job, you start pursuing a particular function, a particular leadership position, and you go deep into that particular position. But when you're working as a founder, then you're not trying to seek a job. You're thinking about how to create a business. You are giving job, and that is why you make much more. That is why you feel that sense of fulfillment, and you have that freedom to decide what you want to do. You decide your own designation. Nobody else is deciding your designation. As a founder, you are the founder, because it is your idea that you're thinking about and you're trying to implement. Now, of course, with that, you end up doing maybe 10 employees work, 20 employees work, and that can sometimes lead to a burnout as well. But at the end of the day, you are creating a legacy for yourself. And with that thought, I started working on a new idea. And I started thinking that what if, in childhood itself, we could learn to build, to launch, to grow, and to scale a particular product and business. And as soon as you can make the money which is enough to meet your monthly expenses, you have a life of freedom. And with that, I created Grow1000x Club. So, I see this as an astronaut's journey, where, like an astronaut, you're bound to get trained across multiple skills. I have developed this AI-led growth framework where, I would help you go through the mindset, the strategies, the skills required, the resources that you need, the execution, and the systems that you need. With these 6 parameters in mind, I am creating Grow1000x Club. And like an astronaut, I'm taking all the astronaut founders on a journey to space, where the mission is to create the largest army of founders and dreamers who can create products which are useful for people to make this world a better place. Now, why I'm sharing this is because I'm going to launch this community very, very soon. And I would like to understand, what do you think about all the information that I've shared? If you have gone through similar experiences, if you have felt that lack of fulfillment, that lack of sense of purpose, that lack of freedom, or if you have any big ideas that you've been planning to implement, or if you are a business owner or a startup founder who is already implementing these and lacking the systems or the knowledge or the strategy that you need, please do share your experiences below. And with this, I'm going to launch this community, and I welcome you all astronaut founders to join me on this epic journey where we are going to travel into space and beyond to get the sense of fulfillment, to live a life of freedom, and have enough family time. Because my mom, she always told me that, Mohit, you should do what you love, because that is what is going to satisfy you. That is what is going to make you feel happiness that you would ever want in your life. And I just live by that principle, and I would like all founders and dreamers to experience that. So I welcome you to go on this journey with me. And please share in comments what you feel about this. What did you feel about my journey? And if it resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.